Tony. Hello, everybody. I wanted to make a quick video. Ow! I wanted to make a quick video. In case you're all thinking about getting a boxer, I actually did a video last night, but when it uploaded, it looked like it was filmed on a potato, and also it was vertical. So I'm gonna change this a little bit. This is Tony. He's a boxer. He is 13 months. Look how happy he is with his giant tail. We're in the middle of a move, so just kind of ignore all that. And I did some laundry and Tony took the socks out. So I'm going to give you guys a couple things that you need to know if you're going to own a boxer. All right, couple things. Number one, as you can see, they are clingy. They are clingy. They're pack animals. They're giant babies that want to be held, that want to be touched, that want you to give them affection. So if you are a busy person, right, maybe this isn't the dog for you. If you can't give them the attention that they need, if you can't give them the time of day, this is not the dog for you. You just can't put them in the back, in the back of your house. See, you just can't do that. So they need to be held. They need to be with people. If you can't do that, maybe don't get a boxer. If you want to help them out, then maybe, get another boxer. That way they can both have company. But these dogs are very affectionate and they're very clingy. So they need a lot of love and attention. So if you can't give them that, maybe don't get a boxer, right? Maybe don't get a boxer. Second bad thing about boxers, they're, besides the clinginess, right? They will get bored pretty easily. All of that is clean clothes that I did, clean laundry that I just haven't had a chance to fold. Tony, back up. And you can see that he's taking out socks. He's just kind of, he's bored right now. So unfortunately, it's about 35 degrees outside in Austin, Texas right now. So we can't go outside. It's also, see, you heard the word outside. So he's going to get bored, right? You kind of have to put up with it. If you can train him not to do that, that's great. I'm just extremely busy right now with something at work, and I don't have the time to pick up after him. So he will get bored. Just kind of keep things out of place for him, and you'll be fine. The third thing that you need to know about getting a boxer is that they're very messy, right? They're gonna leave a lot of mess. They're gonna leave you hair. They do shed. Okay, stop. You should never own anything black in your life, anything dark. They're gonna drool. Sit. They're gonna drool. They're droolers, as you can see. They're gonna drool all over anything they put their mouth on. So if it's like that, if it's on you, right, they're gonna drool on you. If it's on a sofa, they're gonna drool on a sofa. On your car, on the floor. They're just giant droolers. They're just giant droolers. So kind of be aware of that as well. If you are a extremely clean person and you're a clean freak and everything needs to be cleaned, spotless, maybe this isn't the dog for you. Yes, it's okay to have a little bit of mess. Yes, I do have some stuff clean. Again, ignore that in the background. But little stains, they're going to happen. That's just the way of the world. They're dogs, they're boxers. They don't have the best. Attention, and they're gonna make a mess. They don't want to sit there. They want you to play with them. They will put your face and their jowl on everything. So that's gonna happen. The other thing you need to worry about. Okay, hey, what are you doing? They eat, and they're messy eaters, as you can see. Tony, he was tipping that over. What's wrong with you? He was tipping that over. I don't know why he does that. The other thing that you need to be aware of is water. Like I said, they're droolers. Hey, stop. What are you trying to get? They're very persistent people, or dogs, I'm sorry. So he's trying to move the towel to get something. There's nothing there. I moved it for him. Um, Food. Okay, they eat a lot of food. Most boxers or some boxers have a an issue with gulping. So they eat too fast and they get air in their stomach, and that's when they get bloated and their stomach twists. So kind of be aware of that. Bloating is a big issue with them, with these dogs. It could be deadly. So just kind of make sure that you don't have a boxer that eats too fast. You will know if you have a boxer that eats too fast. You'll hear him just go into town on that food. Um, we're moving, guys. The other thing is water, right? What's wrong? He started. He started. He doesn't like boxes. That's another thing. He doesn't like big, bulky things. Footballs, basketballs, boxes. Um, so kind of be aware of big, bulky things that can be moved, like boxes and anything big and bulky, or anything that makes noise. The boxers are very skittish. They will run. Uh, they're scared of things. They're big babies. So kind of be aware of that. But we're talking about the water. Now you can see the difference between the size of the bowl for food and water. The reason that happens is because Tony drinks a lot of water. And he drinks a lot of water at the park mainly, but he drinks a lot of water in general. And the same way they can bloat with food, they can bloat with water. So I kind of control the amount of water he drinks. Yes, it's a small bowl, but it's never to the point that um, he's dehydrated or he's missing water. He always has water. I fill that thing up maybe 5 6 times a day. We go to the park. He gets water over there too. Um, they're messy dogs. There's going to be food. There's going to be water. If I were you, I would put down a towel just because they like to drink water. It gets stuck in their jowls, and then they're going to leave a trail of water, especially if you have floors. So just kind of be aware of that. So that's thing number three. Thing number four. Um, they're very. I don't think there's any more bad things about you. They're very quiet dogs. They're very quiet dogs. Um, they're not very aggressive, which is a great thing, but it's also a bad thing. Just because they take a long time to grow, so he's still considered a puppy. He's 13 weeks. He's about 64, 65-ish pounds. Um, but when we go to the park, right, he still plays and thinks like a puppy, but he's playing with these bigger dogs that may have already been developed or kind of already grown. So he gets in their face and he wants to play like a puppy. So, that can lead to issues with the other dog being uncomfortable with your boxer. Um, Typically, they don't get aggressive, which is a good thing, like I said, but it's also a bad thing. You want them to be able to defend themselves in case you're kind of far away and can't get to that. That's my main worry with Tony. And I said he's 64, 65 pounds. I still think he's underweight. And that's because, as you saw right now, he has the ribs. You can see his ribs, and I think he's a little small. But we go to the dog park and we see other boxers, and I saw another boxer who's Tony's 13 months, the other boxer's 10 or 11 months. So Tony's a little bit bigger than them, taller definitely, and weighs more. So maybe it's just me, 'cause I see him every day. But he is a little bit underweight. Your boxer at this age should be around 68, maybe 70 pounds. So Tony needs to gain a little bit more weight. But that's normal. The vet said that boxers take a long time to grow. They're very lengthy animals at this period, so they get to grow until they're about 18 months to 24 months. So he still has some ways to go. He's not fixed because he was given to me and he wasn't fixed, and it was unexpected. Tony was unexpected, and here's that gel thing I'm talking about. He just kind of put your gel on your legs. So we're not gonna get him fixed unless it's absolutely required. Um, he typically stays with me at my house, so that's fine. They're not very loud dogs. Tony rarely barks. However, he's starting to bark more as people knock on the door. If he becomes a little bit insecure or unsafe, he will bark. Um, which is something that I like. So something that makes him feel insecure, that giant box, someone knocking at the door, someone just coming in that he doesn't know. So things like that really make him feel a little bit anxious, and he will bark. I'm fine with that, with him barking at those points, especially when people are knocking at the door, coming in. You know, Tony's not going to bite anybody. He's not trained. These dogs are not trained to bite people. They're very, very friendly. But just in general, at least give the presence of fear, as even though uh, even though Tony's not going to bite anybody, maybe he'll intimidate somebody. But those are the kind of the 4 or 5 things that you should know about getting a boxer. I've seen multiple boxers around the same age. I've seen boxers that are about older. They're very chill dogs, as you can see. They're very needy. They're very clingy. They just want to be around you. They're pack dogs. So if you don't know what a pack dog is, that means they like to be around packs. But if they don't have a pack, for example, there's no other dog in here, they're gonna cling to you. They're gonna stick to you. Tony likes to lay on top of me, even though he thinks he's a 4-pound puppy. He's a big dog. If I move from one side of the sofa to the other, he's gonna come with me. If I go to bed, he sleeps on the bed with me. If I move to one side, he's on my hip. There's times that he wakes up super close to my face, and I don't like it. He snores and he farts. So they're very weird animals, weird dogs. But they're great. They're absolutely great. If you're new to watching our channel, we haven't done a video like this. They could have allergic reactions, so kind of just be careful with that. That's the last video we did in May of 2020, where he had allergic reaction, and we kind of took him to the vet to get that fixed. We haven't had that problem anymore. We've had other problems, such as sensitive stomachs. These boxers and other boxers as well have very sensitive stomachs. If you give them something that they're not supposed to be eating, it could lead to a lot of diarrhea. This happened to me recently, just the month before. I gave him a slice of an apple, which wasn't good, and I got sick as well. Luckily, he didn't poop inside, and he was giving me cues that he needed to go out, and this was going out maybe every 3 hours. And even in the middle of the night, he was waking up and just, saying we got to go outside. So we did that for a couple of days, maybe 4 or 5, and just to be safe. But yeah, there's little things you need to know about boxers, if just things you should know about these dogs before you decide to get one, and make the right decision. If you can't, kind of a recap, you should not get a boxer if you're gonna leave them out in the yard, not pay attention to them, can't afford to take them to the vet for some of their medical needs like stomach and allergic reactions, don't like dogs to be on top of you, are a clean freak, don't want to get if you wear really nice clothes and are going to be upset that they get it dirty, if you can't handle picking up after them and mopping after their drool, and if you're just gonna want them to sleep in a corner, and not take them out and play, this dog is not for you. If any of the things I just said, you think you cannot do, don't get a boxer. The boxers are great dogs. They're clowns. Tony's a clown. He loves to play. So if they don't take off after the personality as much, they're clowns, whether you're a clown or not. If you keep them inside, if you don't pay attention to them, they're going to be destructive. They're going to get bored, and they're going to find a way to kind of end their boredom. As we see right now, Tony has taken out socks. As you see right now, I'm doing work at my desk, and Tony is next to me. They like to be close to their owner. These are some of the reasons why you shouldn't get a boxer. If you can't handle these things, or everything I said in this video, then don't get a boxer. Go get a dog that's going to be a little bit more independent, and can be alone. But this is not the type of dog you should get. In the next video, we'll do something about We should be going to the dog park maybe later tomorrow. We live in Austin, so December is a very nice and miserable time for us. So it's either very nice outside in the 60s or 70s, or it's really cold like it is this today in the 30s. Um, so hopefully every single time we go to the park. When we started this video, there was nobody around, but now there's more people around, more dogs. So I'll show you the kind of dog park that you need to go to. It has to be big for him to run, and I'll show you how he interacts with other dogs, especially with other boxers, so you can get an idea of how these dogs behave in case you do want to get one. And then we'll make another video about why you should get a boxer because they're great dogs. But other than that, today is Monday, December something, 15, 16, I think. And apparently the coronavirus vaccine is out and about in the United States. And hopefully it works so we can go back to our regular lives. We started this channel, um, or we started doing this channel so we can take Tony out and, you know, he can get socialized with the dogs. But once he could, we went into quarantine for COVID, and we thought it was gonna be a couple weeks, which turned into a couple months, and now it turned into almost basically the full year. And we are going, I think, on 10 months, 9 months of being at home. Um, so hopefully hopefully that vaccine works and we can go about our daily interactions. But this is Tony. Now he's asleep. They're also very sleepy dogs. So once they get